Hello and welcome back to another video. I just ended the last one a little bit ago. I wasn't sitting here too long, maybe a minute or something. And I was going to be done. And I thought, what? No, I don't really feel like getting up and going back there just yet. So, hit record, see what happens. If I don't have nothing to talk about or it gets boring, or I just sit here and stare out into space, well then I'll erase it. But it seems like when I get the camera going and I just start talking, it seems like I go down some pretty good avenues sometimes. I start either talking about my past or a subject or something. And it seems to turn out all right. Sometimes it's kind of boring spots in between, in between my thinking or my thought process. But I guess if you take the time to get to know me, watching my videos, I'm kind of like another friend you can have that you can really get to know, because I'm just recording me being me. I won't know you though until I get to meet you in person. If I ever do, I sure hope so. It'd be nice. Of course, now if you're watching this video in the future when I'm dead and gone, I'm sorry. I wish I would have been there to get to know you. But I think I got sidetracked in that last video. I started talking about that, and then I went off into something else. I just now realized that. Well, let's try to go there again. Because in the future, these videos are probably going to still be there, and I'm not. I wonder if they'll be able to take like some type of, like they do in Star Trek in the holodeck, and take all my videos that ever I put out and my history and the record of me and where I worked and all that stuff, and put all that information together and extrapolate all the data and create a holographic character of Darren. It'd be kind of cool. I won't know it though, unless you let the holographic character know that it's of me, and you could create another holographic character of me and let it think it's the real me, and then what thinks is the real me could meet the holographic me, and they could really trip out together. Oh, I'm just being silly. Watch, now that's going to become a Star Trek episode or something. That'd be kind of cool. And then, well, the holographic version of me that thinks it's real is talking to the other holographic of me that knows it's a holographic image of me. Those two can be in this conversation the whole time, and then the real me can come walking in, who's actually a time traveler. And I'll really mess with them. Oh boy, it's kind of fun. There's a skit for a Star Trek episode. Why wouldn't that be a rush? Be a good one, actually. I'd watch that. Somebody's driving by honking their horn. Funny, my life has been really rough the last few years here. The last 8 months, or 10 months, I've been unemployed. 8 months been out of money. Made it through the winter. Well, winter's not totally over yet, but it's getting a lot better. It's freezing cold, and we're almost out of it. So I feel like I've made it through the winter because the tough part's over. Still don't have work, but I live in my Class C camper. That's not classy. Well, it could be classy. It depends on how you look at it. I think it's kind of classy. But it's a Class C camper. And little 22-footer, about 21 and a half from bumper to bumper. And reason being for that is because 22 feet and under, throughout the United States, you can park in any legal parking spot. So it makes it a little easier to pull in and park places. Whereas when you got the big Class A's that are 30, 40 feet long, or that, you can't just park anywhere, You can't just pull in to a local store and pull right up and park in a spot, So here I am. And I wanted to try this stuff out anyway, the RV van life. It's been an experience, This is my 4th year in it now. I've been in it 4 years. I think it's 4 years. Yeah, about 4 years. So I've been through 3 winters in it. Yeah, I think this coming. Man, it can't be 5, is it? No, it's not. I think this coming October 31st will be. Well, it's before October 31st, but that's when I left my sister's. I was already living in the camper then, but I was in my sister's driveway. So yeah, I'd say yeah, I've been living in it literally 4 years now. But I was at my sister's, so for the beginning of the first year that I lived in it, I was plugged into a 15 amp outlet at her house in her garage. I just couldn't run, I couldn't like run the air conditioner and then something else because the breaker would kick, or something. But at least I was plugged into 120 power, and I hadn't put in the solar yet because I'd already had all that stuff. I just hadn't installed it yet. But I did get it all installed, especially right when my last good sister got squirrely. Shouldn't say my last good sister, but the reason I said that is because she was the most civil and normal to me when my mom passed. My other siblings just all got really greedy squirrely, but we ain't gonna go down that rabbit hole. But anyway, that's where I was at, and then when she wanted me to get out of there and stuff, I just started busting humping and installed my solar, got all my solar and stuff installed. I did it methodically, because in case I couldn't get it all put in and wired, I did as much as I could in her driveway, knowing that there's other stuff I might have to do in a parking lot somewhere or something, So I did the solar panels first to get those mounted on the roof and ran the wiring in and everything like that. Once I got that in, then I started coming up with the design of how to place my batteries, my 3,000 watt inverter, charge controller, 12 volt fuse box, the control switches, all the different 12 volt breakers and stuff, all that kind of stuff. I started putting together a plan how I was going to lay all that out, where I was going to fit it all, and then somewhere in the process of that, because it was cold, I don't think I got all that wired right away. I think I just got the main wire ran. I kind of got stuff in place where I was going to put it, but I don't know if I got it all mounted yet. I can't remember. Then I switched over to the diesel heater because winter was on its way, and then I installed the diesel heater and stuff, and then that I originally wired to the original house battery that was on us in the beginning, just to have power to it, and because I knew I'd have to run wires differently later, which now I'm running off of my main solar lithium bank. But I had a point again, but yeah, so I've been living in this classy camper for 4 years now, and first 3.5 years, I'd say, well, almost 3.5 years, wasn't so bad because I was working at the foundry, I had income going. Oh, the beginning was not good because my sister was really soaking me, and I kind of felt like I should help her out because she was a single mom with 2 girls, and she'd overspent her credit cards and stuff, and wasn't being, in my opinion, wasn't spending money wise. I tried having a talk with her about it, letting her know, hey, I ain't trying to tell you how to live your life or nothing. I just am your brother. I care about you. I got concerns. I don't want to see you end up down the road getting yourself in a position of how the heck did I get here, And she just kept jacking the rent on me more and more. It started out at like $300 because her boyfriend, and me would split the bills 3 ways, and so it was about a little over $300. That next thing you know, it just kept going up and up and up every month. Next thing you know, I was giving her $700-800 a month, to live in my camper. Never ate her food unless once in a while, like they're having dinner that and wanted to do a family thing. Then we'd sit down and have dinner, but I didn't like just always eat her food. I kept all my own food out here and ate out here. And then like if I ate dinner with them, just because I didn't want to be beholden to nobody, because I've seen it happen too many times in life. Well, if I had dinner with them, well then I would go out within the next week or something like that, and I would get a bunch of stuff for dinner, and I'd make something for dinner to donate back and feed everybody, just so that way it didn't come a thing, well, we fed you this time, or whatever, and you all this time, and just to make sure there was never no argument for that, Just ran into that stuff before. But anyway, there was a lot of good times there too, but just got too expensive. And then when she said she wanted me out of there, I got my stuff moved into storage. Then she changed her mind and asked me if I wanted to stay, and I said no. I said I want to do the camper thing. So that was the last main family tie I had. Because like I said, everybody else when my mom died got really just greedy, crazy, squirrely, like I don't know. And I could still be dealing with it all, but I'm not getting any younger. I'm 57. And I want to live my life and enjoy it and have fun. I don't want to be around, and I don't mean to, I'm not trying to label them, or I wish them all well. I wish them the best. I wish they'd find God and get close to God and be better people. But just because they're my family doesn't mean I need to stay around them the rest of my life, especially when they don't have respect for boundaries or if they're mistreating you or mistreating or doing, shady stuff or behind your back stuff or trying to manipulate or bring you down or whatever, all kinds of it, let me tell you. But I could still be involved in that and just dealing with it, and then there'd be a bunch of good times too, but then all of a sudden there'd be the rotten, sneaky stuff going on, and just too much of the roller coaster kind of a thing or something, and just not worth it for me in life. I want to have I've had so many friends and all been really good and positive and stuff, and not for me, so I walked away from everybody. And there's even some friends that I really don't talk to no more because they still they're affiliated with some of my not so nice family, or talk to them from time to time, and I don't want no part of it, because it seems like every time somebody says something to somebody, next thing you know, it gets back to somebody who's for some reason out to get you or something. They just want to cause all kinds of problems. So any intel they can get, they'll try to create a storm with it, So I diffuse that. I just stepped away from it all. Now I still be social with anybody. If I've seen them all or ran into them anywhere, I'll be social. And I'll always wish them the best. Don't wish ill will on them. But like in other friends that are kind of mutual, my one friend, she really wanted me to work things out with my sister, and I tried that because I really care about my friend Mandy, but she really wanted me to work things out, and that meant a lot to her, and I tried it, but just things got too ugly, and I just said no. Each time I tried, I just kept getting knifed in the back in different ways, and I just said no, I'm done with it, And my friend, I'll always be her friend. I'll always care about her too, but what's most important is that I live a fulfilling, happy life, and I'm doing that now, even though I've been surviving with nothing, and met new friends, new community, and I'm already happier, even though it's tough. I have my very tough moments, and I don't like being alone and stuff, but I spend a lot of time alone in this camper. It's been a whole different type of learning experience for me, and but I'll tell you what, it's worth not to. I'm around people that I can feel free to be me, and I don't have that feeling of what's somebody doing behind my back, or what are they trying to take from me, or that kind of stuff, because that's all that was happening. So, and actually, matter of fact, the last time my friend Mandy, she's been the one that's been there for me the most. But because her and my sister get along so good, it makes it tough for her. And last time Mandy came by to hang out and visit with me, we started talking about stuff. Well, then she brought up my sister again, and I really did. I really tried to figure that all out, just so that way my friend could not be caught in the middle of it all. But it just ain't working. It ain't happening, you know. And she can hang around with my sister all she wants. I don't care. You know, I just don't want to be no part of that. So when she brought up my sister again, I let her know that, hey, you know, I already told you, I'm here because I'm friends with Mandy and Darren. It's not Mandy, Darren, and her, you know, or whatever, you know, all that stuff, you know. So, you know, I'll hang out with you anytime, do whatever you want. But I don't want to hear about all these other people, you know. I mean, let's have fun together. Let's hang out, do whatever. But yeah, don't try to push me back into that crowd. Not happening, you know. And I've already been over that discussion with her before. And this last time when she brought it up again, as soon as I reminded her what I'd said before, and she could tell I was serious about it, you know. And I wasn't mad at her or nothing. I don't want to keep hearing somebody trying to push me into something I ain't gonna do. And I said, you know, and she apologized right away and said, I won't bring it up again. I said, well, thank you. I'd appreciate that, you know. And it ain't fair to her either, you know, to be caught in the middle of all that. But I've already had so much stuff going on, and you know, here I'm restarting my life, and I'm glad that I'm away from all that, you know. I'd rather be poor and broke and be doing good things and around good people than to have a bunch of stuff and be around people that aren't of God or that are evil or something, or major sinners or whatever you want to call it. I ain't no angel either, you know. I'm guilty of sin too. You know, especially through my younger years, I partied up a bit, but I can't say I'm sin-free now. But I really try hard to walk as Jesus walked, you know. That's a hard cross to carry or whatever, you know, however they say it. But I do pretty good for the most part, you know. Like I said, I ain't no angel, but I do my best, and then sometimes I catch myself even thinking. Sometimes some stupid thought will cross my mind or something. I'll be like, why am I even thinking like that, Lord? Or if I start getting upset over something trivial or something like that, I'll catch myself and say, Lord, keep that away from me, you know. I don't know. Another different video. I don't have any good examples to share there that I can think of. I just know what happens. I was trying to think what happened to me earlier today. I was thinking about something. I can't remember what it was, but it was the same type of thing. God, I can't remember what it was. But it was negative, you know. I don't know if it was something I seen a post on Facebook or something like that, and right away I started like getting a negative reaction feeling after it. And I was like, wait a minute, why am I? Don't start thinking like that, Darren. You know, be better than that. Don't get sucked into it. So no matter what happens, I'm gonna do my best to keep being good and fun and having a fun life and enjoying and meeting people and helping people. And even if I never get a penny, that would suck. It would really suck. But I know God will take care of it. God will handle it. I hope everything. It would be nice if everything would get settled the way it should or something. But if it doesn't, well, I'll keep going forward. I just wish the good stuff would start happening now. I think I've had a pretty good test of the winter, and I feel like it was a test. Like there was a reason I was supposed to go through this hard time. But I'm really, really burning out on no income, and I'm scared. I will work and bust my butt. I am a hard worker, but I really feel like God does not want me to work a normal job, and I don't understand totally what I'm supposed to do with that. But as much as I got strong faith, I gotta get out there and hit it some more. You know, I hope God don't get mad at me. I hope He'll give me a temporary leave of absence from this mission so I can go work and make some money for a little bit or something. Oh, please, Lord. Oh. Well, thanks for watching. God bless you, and I'll see you on the next one. I hope you keep coming back.